I got a question.
We all
How do you
stupid. Don't
determine
do
Of
it.
who's
course you
sensible?
do. Stupid.
Don't
Excuse
do
me?
it.
How would you
Excuse me?
determine who's sensible?
You not getting
Mhm.
on, Bosco. Don't even try it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
curious. How would she just determine who is sensible and who is not?
Yeah, I would absolutely know who's sensible or not, and you're not on the list, bro.
Based on what though? That's what I'm asking. What are you basing it on?
I just
Based
you could
on the
wait. You could just not do this, Bosco. Just let this go, bro.
No,
You don't
I don't
need to
want to
know
let it go.
some
no,
Me,
he needs
some
to
I would like
answers,
know.
to know.
but
He
some
needs to
things you
know.
don't need. But do we though, Doc? Though,
He
because
I
does
do.
not, but he
I do
wants to
need to
know.
know. I do
No, he
holy
need to
want to
shit,
know.
know.
Mama B, are you listening to this?
We
I
need
just need a
witnesses.
witness. I need a
I'm
witness that I tried to
listening.
stop this. You saw me try to
I'm
stop this.
listening.
I
I
do
just got
need
Did
to
my
know.
hearing aid turned up.
you hear
I
me? You hear me
I hear
saying
you.
right? Okay, I'm shutting up now. I'm gonna let y'all kick it. Go ahead, kick it.
Yeah,
Go kick
you tell me,
it.
tell me how you're gonna determine who is sensible and who isn't.
So number one, I pay attention and I listen to and watch the things that people say, right?
Uh huh.
So that lets me know that there are certain people who have a certain bias about certain things, and that's not what we want. We want people who are going to be fair. I'll give you a perfect example. Obviously, it's DMG's show, but he's made it very clear on several occasions that he does not agree with the fact that men have control or try to have control over women's bodies, regardless of the situation. So, to me, as a woman, that's very sensible. And I know that if we talk about abortion, he's going to bring a male perspective that is understanding and not just victimized. So I hope that answers your question because I'm not going to
Well,
elaborate any further.
well,
Yo, Doc,
let
that
me
was
ask you
good, and
directly then.
I didn't know you was gonna
How am
go that
I not
direction, and I just want
sensible?
to applaud you.
How am I not sensible?
Oh
Oh
That
Lord,
may
damn,
be
didn't
the
I
question.
just
he
say?
wanted, he
How am
wanted.
I not sensible?
So let me do this for the others. What we will do is bring you on another time, but with this being our first and inceptual show, that's not gonna happen. I can tell you. So just
I'm not
wait
worried
till time
about being
happens.
on the
I don't
show.
know.
I don't, I'm not asking about the show.
What are we talking about? What?
I'm
What?
asking how do you determine that I'm not sensible? That's
But
the
if you
question.
don't care about being on the show, how is your question relevant, sir?
What do you mean? How's it irrelevant? You just
Cause
said
bro,
that
he
I'm
Oh,
want to
not
stress y'all out
sensible.
about
you
this
know what?
show, man.
I
You
can't.
said that
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
sensible, and so my
I
question
can't
is,
do it.
how did you determine that I'm not sensible? That's the
I just
question.
said that that's what it is. That's it. Because I
Okay,
gave you
all
an
right. So
answer,
you
and
can't
you
give me an
skipped
answer.
completely over everything I just said
No,
completely.
you gave me an answer based on why you found someone else to be sensible. You didn't say
Oh, so
why
you didn't
we feel you're not
understand?
sensible.
Okay, so you didn't understand that I don't put you in that category because of that reason that I gave you. You don't
But what
understand that?
reason? What reason that you gave me?
Oh my God! Like, all
Just say
right,
it directly, so
I'm gonna
that
say
way I'm
it
not
real
guessing.
slow. I
Are you
am. I'm
saying
gonna
that
say it
I
very.
no? Are you saying
I'm
what are
gonna
you
say
saying?
it
Like
very slow. Listen, just stop talking. Let me say it one more time. I pay attention. Therefore, I can tell when certain people have certain biases about certain things.
well, so you say that
Okay.
I'm biased then. That's not true.
Certain people are biased on certain things. Do I need to say it again?
I'm not biased.
Holy fuck. All right, cool. Well, you didn't make the list, bro. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay, just say that then. Just say I didn't make the list. Don't
I
say I'm
didn't
not
say
sensible.
Keep it 100. I did say that. I told you in the beginning, bro. I said we not
the
going on the show, B. It's over.
fuck.
I said that in the beginning. I tried to keep this from happening.
Fuck. And then call me aggressive when I get annoyed because we literally could have avoided that last 5 minutes of my life. I can't get back. It's gone. Like we could have avoided all that shit.
But you could have
Two
asked me the
minutes.
Jeez.
question too, but I guess that was too hard for you.
You really wanted with the doc, huh, Bosco?
Nah,
Of course he does.
no,
This
it's
guy's
not that. I would just,
He had a
to me,
heart for
let me
Coleman.
tell you
That's
my
all.
thing. This is how I view Doc, right? This is my
Mhm.
honest opinion of Doc.
Mhm. Mhm.
Doc is maybe educated to a certain extent, right?
Mhm.
He may be
Mhm.
educated to a certain extent, right?
Uh-huh.
But
Mhm.
Let's try highly.
okay, she's
Thank
high.
you.
Let's say she's highly educated. But what I see a lot of times is this there are errors in logic uh when she tries to argue a point. So
Uh-huh.
what she would attempt to do is to use data, you know what I mean, and all of these
What
things.
the fuck?
Well, let me just say,
Hold on.
like say
Excuse
for
me,
instance,
the men are talking.
like let me say this.
She about to kill me.
She
I'm
said
about to die.
recently she said uh the um the there was an anomalies in evolution that would not explain. I think she was talking about Stonehenge, I believe. I'm not sure. It might have been something else. And so my question to her was, well, what pretty much what are your thoughts on how how they can be explained? And then she again went back and reverted to the same explanation that there are anomalies. See, that's not a thought. That's not you expressing to me what you think the answer may be. But see,
Okay.
she doesn't like to do that because
Hold on, let me
What?
tell y'all actually what happened because he's recapping and doing it all wrong. Bosco asked me about these anomalies and asked me my personal opinion about how we got here,
no,
right?
no, no, no. It wasn't about how we got here. It was
So what
about
was it about?
weren't you talking to the gentleman
Or
about
it was
Stonehenge?
about how do you explain these anomalies, basically?
No, no, no.
Which
It was
I
about
included
no. It was about the
human,
monoliths, the Stonehenge or something. You were talking about
nigga.
these things exist, so that
Okay.
wasn't what it was about.
So again, if you let me finish explaining, because clearly you don't even understand my position to try to tell me that I have errors in my logic. First of all, it's very, very clear that if they tell you that 25,000 years ago, humans were only hunter gatherers using basic stone tools, how in the fuck do we have these fucking monoliths that are thousands and thousands of years old and clearly are using high technology? What does that mean? The only conclusion is that the evolutionary timeline that they tell us, this linear timeline that they give us, is not the complete story. How do we know it's not the complete story? Because of the fucking anomalies. What are you confused about?
Okay, so that was your answer, right? So my
What are you
question
confused
was,
about?
what do you think happened? What do you think happened?
That the evolution, nigga, the answer is in the statement that I made. The evolutionary timeline is not what there is. I mean, it's not all there is. You keep asking me because you want a specific
It's not me asking
uh
for. Let me say this real fast. Every when I ask questions, you never have to
mhm.
think. You never have to feel like I'm attacking your position.
I
I'm
don't. I do not. I
okay.
don't feel that way before you even go any further.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
feel anything. What I understand of the situation is that you are looking for a specific answer and I'm not giving you what you are seeking. My answer is my answer. That is it. I don't have all the fucking answers. All I can do is go by what we know. What do we know? There are anomalies. What do the anomalies mean? We haven't gotten that fucking far yet. Obviously, that's why they are anomalies.
Right.
Like, what are you confused about?
And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm
No,
saying.
that's not what you're
It is. It
saying.
is.
What the
Listen to what I'm
fuck?
saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
What are you?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that you get to a point and you say, well, they haven't discovered the answers. And because they have not discovered the answers yet, I will not, on my own accord, try to
I'm not gonna
theorize
guess.
on what
No,
it may
I'm not
be.
gonna fucking guess. I am not gonna fucking guess because I'm a scientist. That's not what the fuck we do. We look at the data, we assess based on the data. I don't fucking try to hypothesize based on just random shit that I personally feel. I have to go on the data. What are you not understanding?
Right.
The
And so
data that we
that's what
have, listen, just let me finish this last little thought. The data that we have puts these structures and certain things in a box that says anomaly. Because why? We can't explain why. We don't know yet. Therefore, they are anomalous. Now, why? they are anomalous and there's no direct
Anomalous.
answer as to this is because they don't tell us everything. So people like me and you have to go and do our own independent research and look at all the things and then figure out how this shit got here. But until I have more information, I'm not gonna just throw out some random shit that I didn't have the data for. I don't work like that.
Okay, so
Now go ahead.
that proves my point then.
Oh Lordy
That
Jesus.
that proves my
Okay.
point because
Okay.
you're saying,
Lord Jesus in heaven.
well, what I'm saying is that at a certain point in time, before you had
Mhm.
the technological advances that we have today, where they can, the microscopes,
Mhm.
telescopes, and everything, you have philosophers, and
That's
so
not modern,
philosophers
but
didn't have all of this scientific data. What they would do is
mhm.
they would reason and logic. You know what I mean?
Right,
They
they
would
would,
just
yeah,
reason and logic.
yeah,
And so
yeah,
you
yeah.
get to the point where you say, okay, I
Mhm.
don't have the data or the information here. So
Mhm.
now
Mhm.
the idea of me actually using my logic and reason to come
Mhm.
up with a theory of what happened, I'm not going to do that. And to
Oh,
me,
you're
that
mad because I won't share my personal theory with you. That's what this is about. You want me to divulge what I personally feel about this shit, and you're offended that I'm not giving you my personal opinion. Are you fucking kidding
no,
me right now?
I'm not
Yes,
offended.
that's literally what it
What are you
is. That's
talking
literally
about?
what you're saying. That's
That
literally
is
what you're saying.
not at all what I'm saying.
You said all of that to say now the philosophers and they would talk and reason and logic and they would give their opinions on this just to say that I'm not doing that with you because I don't owe you that shit. I don't have to give you shit.
Doc, you're missing the entire point of what I said.
Okay.
I said
Hey Benji.
there are errors in your logic.
No,
That's what
there's
I said.
not.
It
Point
is.
That
out
is what you
one.
said.
Point out one. Point out one. Point out one. Just one.
The error
Please.
in the logic is saying, okay, well, if the information is not there, if it's no information there, then I cannot come up with a thought myself to explain what I think happened.
Man, do
That
you hear
that ain't
this fucking
that ain't
retarded
what she
shit?
said, bro. That ain't what she said, man.
That is what she said.
No,
Man, I'm not about to do this with
one
you,
thing.
Bosco.
One
I
Hey,
got
thing.
if I
witnesses,
can,
man.
what's the